Greetings, entrepreneurs. My name is Michelle Riley, aka The Savvypreneur, and I am here today to help you with your 2021 preparing for your first quarter. So today is basically an introduction. I'm going to basically go over some things that I'm going to be talking about in the upcoming weeks, more like around the new year. So this way you can get set into planning and getting your first quarter in order. So this way you will know what goals that you want to achieve and you'll know how to go about doing it. So the first thing that I would suggest in getting started is to assess all of your 2020 data, meaning you're going to basically go back and you're going to see what areas of your content, your platforms had the most engagement. Because if I know that I do more better on Instagram than Facebook, I'm not saying 86 Facebook all the way. Well, what I would say that I'm going to hone my efforts more on a platform where my content is getting more traction. So this way, that is going to be my specific platform that I am going to continue to push my content to. Not that I'm not going to put it on Facebook, but I'm going to be more active on a social media channel, especially when I know that I'm getting more followers, I'm getting more engagement, and it's leading them to now go to my home base, which is my website. So you want to make sure that you're assessing that data so this way you can make better informed decisions when going into your 2021 because you have some type of framework to work off of. But if you're just new and you're just starting and you don't have any of that data, that's okay. You're going to build that as you go forth. So for you who don't have any data and you're just starting out, so the first thing you're going to now set in place, as well as you who already have that data in place, is now your goals. So what is the goals that you want to achieve in your first quarter? So you can say, okay, in my first quarter, I want to grow my email list by 500 people. I don't know, maybe 1,000 people, whatever that number is for you, because you would say the bigger the number, the more work you're going to have to put into that to make sure that you are getting the different tasks that you need to implement in order to see that number come to fruition. And there's a lot of different things that go into making that happen. And we'll talk about that in the upcoming videos that I'm going to put out in the new year. So with that, you're going to set that goal, whether it's to grow your email list, maybe you want to do more collaborations with entrepreneurs. So you want to get in front of other people's audiences. Maybe you want to start a podcast. Maybe you want to, start your YouTube channel. So all of these are different goals that you want to achieve. So you're going to set that as, this is what I want to do in the first quarter. So I'm going to start preparing to make sure that this is something I'm going to start getting, in order. So now the next thing, when you have determined what that goal is, whether it's starting the email list, starting the podcast, starting the YouTube channel, even if it's a dollar amount within that first, quarter, you say, I want to make 5K, 10K each month, each quarter, each month of that, those 3 months. So this way, you're going to now have to put certain actions in place in order to make sure that first and foremost, you have an offer. If you don't have anything to sell, then you can't put a money goal to something that you don't have an offer for. So let me just state that. So now the next thing is creating the content. Now, through all of that goal setting, there is content that needs to be created, especially if you are creating an email list, if you are basically doing webinars, YouTube channels, even podcasts. It comes with having those topics available. So this way, with each week, depending on how many times you're going to put out that content. So that's another thing that you need to basically determine within your goal setting phase is how much content do I want to produce on a weekly basis. If you're just starting out and you get overwhelmed very quickly, you say, you know what, I can't put out a blog post every day. Nothing wrong with that. Then just commit to once a week. At least that's four buckets of content, meaning 4 blog posts, 1 a week. If it's a month that has 5 weeks in it, then that's 5 a week. So this way you can sit down during your content creation days and you can create your blog post. Maybe you do it over the course of 2 days where you say, listen, I'm going to sit down for 2 days and I'm going to create blog posts for maybe the next 2 or 3 months. And it can be done. So this way, Once that's said and done, then you can just spend the other time on the activities and monetizing that content. So we'll talk about that in the upcoming videos. So I need you to stay tuned. If you have not, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. So this way, when I upload videos and hit that notification bell, you will be notified of them. So the next part of that is when you're monetizing your content, you want to make sure that you have enough content out there. For those who are just starting out, when you don't have any content there, you have to create it. So this again why it's important to sit down in that phase of sitting down and making sure that you have those content buckets in order. And why I call them content buckets is because some content can be in the form of a blog post, some can be in the form of video, some can be in the form of a podcast, some can be in the form of even an ebook. So you want to make sure that you have different types of content buckets. You can also do challenges, you can do giveaways. So these are all different types of content that you can put out on your social media channels, on your website. So this way you have a vast array of different types of content for your audience. So the next part of that is now creating an editorial calendar. And this is so key because now that you set the goal, you have created the content, now it's time to post it. And my practice, or what I do within my business, is I try to create at least content post, like scheduled out my post for at least 3 weeks in advance. And why is that so important? Last week, I was totally down. I could not do anything on my business. I was sick. I was just like, with my suffering with migraine headaches, and I really couldn't just do anything. And I felt kind of bad, but I didn't feel that bad because I knew that I was still showing up in the spaces online because I had a calendar in place that I already had published my content to go out on specific times and dates within like a 3-week period. So it gave me kind of a leeway to, even if, I'm saying, okay, well, because, I'm that type of person. I like to be active. I like to basically bang out and do what I need to do and even get further ahead. But, when you can't do it and, you just can't control what happens, then at least I know that, okay, I'm good. I'm safe. At least my audience is still getting great content, even though they may not see me as far as physically out there on the internet. So that's another key thing I want to say. And again, I will be creating a content calendar, going through the phase with you. It's a program that I use is Trello, and I love Trello. I'm going to show you different little tricks that you can use with Trello to make it even more powerful. So again, stay tuned for that. This may be a 3 to 4 week series on getting your 2021 together. So it may come maybe the end of December. Maybe I'll start at the end of December as you're going into January. So this way you'll kind of have a little bit of a head start in getting that content going, right? So the next part of that is now creating the getting your content monetized. Now, how do you do that? You can, get affiliates, and start collaborating with businesses that have affiliates, where now you can just create a PDF document. And if that affiliate now is in alignment with what it is that you do, once somebody clicks that link within your document, guess what? You get a commission from it. So this is another way to monetize your content, even on your blog post. It doesn't have to just be in a PDF document. It can also be on your blog where you have links that go out to affiliates, that when people sign up for that company, then guess what? You're getting paid for it. And this is another way to monetize your content. And you want to make sure that in that phase of you now preparing for 2021, especially for you putting a money goal in place, you want to make sure that you are creating offers. And this is something that I didn't do in the beginning. Sometimes I think it was a mindset issue there. I didn't want to put myself out, not thinking that, it was going to be good enough or well received, but I got over that very quickly. And now it's about, listen, do you have an offer for someone to purchase from you? Is it good quality? Is it something that is going to help them get to an end goal? Is it something that's going to help them bridge the gap in what it is that they're struggling with? So you have to make sure and determine that in the process as you are planning your 2021. And for you out there who may say, oh well, I don't really know who I'm talking to, we're going to cover that in this course. I won't say course, but in this 4 week, I would say, preparation for 2021, because you need to know who you're speaking to. Your messaging has to be spot on, because you want to make sure that when you put any post out on Instagram, on Facebook, or wherever your platforms are, you want to make sure that the people, when they see it, it speaks to them, it grabs their attention. They're stop scrolling and now they're looking at your content because it spoke directly to them. So this is something that I'm going to help you with as we, go on this little journey of getting your 2021 together. So drop down in the comments and let me know, where do you struggle when it comes to basically getting things together within your business? Or how are you looking to now start your 2021 off? Like, do you have any ideas of what it is that you want to achieve within the first quarter? Do you know how to go about it? If not, let me know in the comments and I'll come in and I'll answer it, and I may even create a video for you, so that way it can help you get over that hurdle so you can crush 2021, because 2020 has been a challenge for a lot of us. All right, so this way you already have a leg up on 2021. So again, hit that subscribe button and I'll be with you on the next video. Have a great day.